Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Academic Answers podcast, where we answer the questions about your life, your full potential, your business, living your best life, happiness and freedom, because we believe that freedom is inextricably linked to happiness. You know what? My grandma used to tell me that the two greatest state of mind are being able to wake up in the morning with options and going to your bed with a peace of mind. And she said you have to have them both. Wake up in the morning with options by deciding what you want to do, when you want to do it, and with whom you want to do it. The more options you have, the happier you are. If you can decide what to do, when to do, how to do, or whether or not to do, that is really and truly happiness, because you can choose to do the things that you feel like doing. And when you're doing what you feel like doing, then you are in a better state of happiness. And if you have done the things in the day that are aligned with what you want to do and what you feel like doing, then you will go to your bed with a peace of mind. So those are the two state of mind that she used to talk about a lot. This question today is from a business reader. This person have a business. They're an entrepreneur. They have a brick and mortar business doing very well. And she's asking, Lowen, should my business be online? Very, very, very important topic. Very, very important topic. I always say that in this day and age, every business is online. Meaning that if you are not physically online, if you don't actually have a website and an online store, you still have to contend with the guys who are online. If somebody hear about the product you sell, the first thing they do, they go and put it into Google, put it into YouTube, put it into a search engine to find out more about it. If your business is out there, somebody's going to search. If they're searching for information about where to buy something, where to stop, which hotel is available tonight, the only place people are searching is on the internet. Nobody's picking up a directory or phone book trying to find these stuff anymore. The first place they'll go is on the internet. So you are affected. If you're not there, the person who is there will get the attention. And that's the big word, attention. Online, on the phones, on the tablets is where the attention is. Business is attention. You have to get attention if you are to sustain, if you are to stay in business, if you are to scale. Somebody has to know you. You cannot be successful in obscurity. When someone knows you, then you have to get their attention for them to buy from you, because there are so many different people out there selling so many different things and so many people competing for the customer. The person who has the customer's attention, who can remain front of mind, who can stay in the heart and minds of the customer, is the person who ultimately will win. The business that ultimately will win. So, 50 years ago, for a person to reach an audience of 1 million people, it would probably take them 10 years on radio. Today, you can reach 100 million people in 10 minutes online. That's where the game is. So the reach, the brand equity, the brand strength has to be built on what we call awareness and attention. That's why you have these household brands today that everybody know, everybody is talking about, everybody buy from them. They have a giant market share. The reason being because they have the attention. Originally, it started with them interrupting you when you're doing your regular entertainment thing. So you're watching TV, you're watching the game, and they come bam in the middle of that. And it's caught, there's a break, and their ads come. You ignore it. And the ads come again, you ignore it. But the brain, they know how the mind works. Subconsciously, it is imprinted. Some of the ads are bad, but there's no such thing as a good or a bad ad. What the ad is supposed to do is to make you remember it. So if you ever caught yourself saying, "Oh, have you ever seen that Blockbuster ad? Oh, it's so horrible, I hate it." They have done their jobs. They have managed to leave it in your mind, and they've managed to make you talk about it. That's what it is. It's an attention game. It's an awareness game. So if your business is not online, you're leaving a lot of attention on the table. If you leave attention on the table, you're stifling your brand, because that's what your brand needs. If you are in New York City, for example, and your business, you're like, "Oh, I serve the people who are in these buildings around me, and I make a good living, and blah blah blah, yada yada," compared to another person who say, "I want a brand out there in the wider world." When someone comes to New York and either they have a Google retargeting ad, or they have some Instagram geotargeting ad, or they do a blog, or they do content every day, and somebody flies in from Australia because they have a friend on Facebook and they see the friend put the post, they will remember your restaurant, or they will search, or that will come up in an ad. However, so they will get that dollar, and you will not get that dollar, because they have been out there, they have a name, they've built a brand, they are in the minds of people from all over the world who might visit New York, who might move to live in New York. And that's how they add up and they get customer base over time. You cannot ignore what is the greatest source of attention these days. They're reporting a huge decline in checkout item sales. Like, you know, when you go to checkout, you have candies and all these type of stuff that are impulse buys. These days, people used to stand at these counters in lines and wait, and they have nothing else to look at, nothing else to do. So they would be looking at the candies, looking at these checkout stuff, impulse buying items, and they would buy them. Now, people don't see so much of that because their heads are buried in their phones. So you see where the attention is. Where the attention is, the money is. So if you want to grow your business, you have to tap into where this attention is. There's no avoiding the internet. There's no avoiding the technological age. That's what we're in. You cannot be going and pulling in the opposite direction. Everything is there. And if you don't realize that, your business will be overrun by somebody who realizes that, who has bought into that, who is taking time out to understand what it is about, who is putting up the smoothie on Instagram from their shop, who is putting up their gym, who is putting up their yoga studio, who is putting up their restaurants, who is putting up the classes, their courses, their school. Because that's where people are looking. If you are to serve your market well, you have to meet them where they are. And you have to be where they go and where they look for information. And the internet is that place. So don't overthink getting your business online. People think it's this, "Oh, I have to learn this techie stuff," but don't do that up front. Like, we naturally are averse to change. We don't like to jump into change. It's not comfortable for everybody. It's always kind of an uphill battle. It don't matter what type of change it is. But most times we are overestimating what it takes to do minor changes, and we think that we need to grasp this whole big thing. But more and more, the internet is being simplified, meaning that it is easier to do, it is easier to understand. People are finding there are easier, simpler methods, software, tools that you can use. So what I'd advise you to do is to explore. Don't give up, don't give in, don't kind of like, no, I can't do this, it's techie stuff, it's for the young people. Don't do that. Go in, think about it, look around, see what's going on, start to understand it. Talk to somebody who understands it, and pick the lowest hanging fruits. Open a social media account, which is free. Start posting stuff. Get someone to do it for you. Talk to your kids, talk to your partner, talk to somebody who understands a little bit, and slowly start to put yourself out there. Then you could get to a website and you get these things for $200, $300, $500, and start to get your brand out there, because the only thing that works is a brand. One business leader said that he's not interested in what works. He's interested in what's scalable and duplicatable. So it might work that you can run your business, a shop in the middle of a city, and you can do it and make some money, but it's not sustainable if it's not duplicatable and scalable, because it's so vulnerable to all sort of competitive shocks out there in the marketplace. So start to think about that and take minor steps towards getting your business online. So the short answer is yes, every business is online. You should be online too. That's how you're gonna win. You're not gonna win if you're pulling opposite. So start to pull in the same direction and keep going. And let me know if you need any help. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you. I've done a lot of things online, and I've been building websites for a long time. I know how it is. So reach out to me, send me a message, and we can work something out. I can give you some direction. Thank you.